Hello, hi. Hi, thank you for coming back. And if you're here for the first time, my name is Arlene Bishop. I'm a performing songwriter, and I'm here in my studio making music and processing my feelings on what it means to be a late diagnosed autistic person with ADHD. Yeah, 2 years ago I found that out. 2 years ago I found out I'm autistic. A year ago I found out I have ADHD, and I've been working through it, and I've been making a whole bunch of videos. Yeah, I've been making a whole bunch of videos because it turns out I'm a public person, right? I've been making music for a long time and putting music out. That's a weird kind of compulsion. I wanted to talk about this thing in an unedited way. And you can hear maybe, isn't my voice nice and sultry today? My voice is sultry because I'm tired, because I'm in a hyper focus. I'm in a hyper focus within a hyper focus. I've been making these videos now for a year, and I really enjoy the process. There's all kinds of elements that I like about it. My least favorite part is trying to remember what I was going to talk about. I was going to say, is putting on makeup. But now I've decided, if you look at my earlier videos, I have more makeup on then, but I don't like wearing makeup. Makeup makes my face feel weird. And then it makes my brain feel weird, and then it makes my body feel weird, and then I can't answer a question because I have makeup on, which is weird. But no, I know that's because that's a sensitivity thing. I have sensitivities that I didn't realize. I was so sensitive about my sensitivities, right? I mean, what about, like, wait, you? Are you like me? Like, how many times have I been told that I'm too sensitive? Oh my God. How many times this week have I been told that I'm too sensitive? Hmm. But what I wanted to talk about in this unedited, because let's do unedited. Okay, I posted a video. I just made a video. Okay. Hi, my name's Arlene, and I wanted to say that my current goal, like this very minute, my goal is to remember what I was talking about. But the other overarching goal that I'm living with right now is that I'd like to have more viewers on YouTube than videos. Look at how many videos I've made. I've made a lot of videos, more videos than people following this channel. And why is that? I say to myself, why is that? Why am I doing that? Why am I putting myself again in a position where I am susceptible to rejection when I have rejection sensitivity dysphoria? Why? I guess you're my therapist right now. That's what these videos are for? Therapy? Are they for therapy, Arlene? Kinda. No, not really. Not kinda. This is way more. There's much more permission in this therapy because I get to talk about and make music about and draw about and make notes about and freaking dance about if I want to. I can express my feelings however I can. That's my trouble. That's my trouble, Arlene, you got troubles. This kind of trouble is lots of fun. I have all kinds of feelings stuck in me, jammed in me. Like a lot of late diagnosed autistic people with ADHD, I spent my whole life really concentrating on surviving. Hey, look, there's a cat here on the microphone. We don't have a cat here. What's been going on? Has there been a cat visiting late at night? My son living at his dad's house, they have cats. That's where it came from. Don't worry, everybody, don't panic. And don't get off track because really, I wanted to focus. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, I was talking about different ways that I express things, express my feelings. Oh, yeah, because I concentrated so much on surviving. So, and using the word survival sounds so dramatic, right? But I mean, I should stop saying I mean all the time. Calling it surviving. You know, one time I went camping by myself. Well, actually, the only time. I went camping by myself one time. Just overnight, and it rained. Yeah, it rained a lot, and it was really noisy. The frogs were really loud. But I had this vision that I was going to cook over a fire, and I was going to sit by the fire, and I was going to eat the thing that I had cooked at the fire, and I was going to drink hot coffee, right, percolated over an open flame, because I love drinking hot coffee in cool weather. Oh yeah, and this is camping in the cold. It wasn't camping in the hot. I was camping in the cool. Because it's nice. The cool is nice. And what I discovered while I was camping on my own was that I liked just concentrating on the fire and staying warm and staying dry. I liked that. And I realized that that's been true of different times in my life. I like it when I feel safe and warm. How basic is that? And I have to say it because that's as far deep as my overwhelm, our overwhelm can go. It can really just like hit the button. It can hit the button that says things are at risk. Your life is at risk. Yeah. Does it? I guess that button is on our amygdala. It's on our lizard brain. It's on my lizard brain anyway. My lizard brain. Yeah, my lizard brain is always in conflict with my smarter Star Trek brain. I can't remember what that one is called, which is ironic. But I have to use lots of different ways to process my feelings because otherwise they get stuck in me. I'm like a log jam of feelings. I got old feelings. I got stuff I haven't processed from my whole life. I have a backlog of unprocessed stuff in me. And yeah, you can I've been to therapy many times and it was helpful. Yes, thank you. It was very helpful. You know, therapy is good for dealing with, in my experience, dealing with specific issues. For me, going to therapy, here are my issues. Here are my problems. I'd like to address them. And the therapist is like, yes, we can do that in 12 weeks. It will cost, $1 million. And I say, money is not an object. Yeah, that's a thing. Not that money is not an object. The thing is that when it's time for me to process my feelings, that becomes a project. I kind of can't process my feelings on the side. I have to process them as a thing. I need to sit down and think about what my feelings are. And I do that by word association. I'll write. I make notes. I make loads and loads of notes. I have so many notebooks. Oh, my goodness. I wanted to show you my notebooks. But now I'm getting distracted, and I shouldn't get distracted. So I've got this notebook. This is my new notebook. And I got that one right there. And then this is my other new notebook. And here's a notebook. And this is last year's notebook. So it's full. And then this notebook is from, I don't know when this notebook is from. Anyway, it's another notebook. And then of course there's this notebook. And yeah, I'm a notebook person because that's how I process my feelings. I put the words together. I journal. And I found people here on the internet who have been very helpful with that. Anna Runkle, Crappy Childhood Fairy, has taught me and millions of other people. I don't know if I'm exaggerating by saying millions. Her daily practice of writing resentments and fears, and it's helpful when I remember to do it. So I guess it's not a daily practice, but it's a great idea, Anna. Thank you. I appreciate that. It helps me process. So I process with writing, and I process with drawing, and sometimes I process through writing drawing. So, like I will write my words in fancy fonts because I think it slows everything down in me and I can just concentrate. I can concentrate on the lines. Right. This is a thing that I have discussed in therapy, and I understand this to be true of my astrological sign as well, which is Aquarius. Yeah, my birthday's coming up. What are we going to do? Something special? Not a surprise. No, thank you. The thing, right? What was I talking about? The thing, Aquarius? I don't know what the hell I was talking about. But I would, no, I do know. I would rather talk about my feelings than feel my feelings, right? Yeah, feeling my feelings. But I do. I'll set a timer and I will gestalt my feelings, which is to say, I will exaggerate them. Whatever is in me, I will exaggerate it. I will try to interpret it and exaggerate it. So if I come out angry, or if I come out sad, or if I come out lonely, or if I come out, I don't know what else. Those are the only feelings that exist, actually. Mad, sad, lonely. For me. No, that's not true. Melancholia, be my name. Melancholia, be my name. What was I talking about? Using writing to process my feelings. Using drawing. Yeah, I draw my feelings. I draw my feelings a lot. I'll draw characters. I'll draw them in situations. Frequently, my characters are holding an ice cream cone cup with the ice cream cone with the ice cream on the ground. Well, not frequently, but that's what I imagine. And then I also, digitally on the computer, I like to do sort of a collage kind of thing, which I illustrated in a video, which is why this inspired me to write. I made that video, and it like 11 people have seen it. And thank you very much for looking at it. I'm so glad that you liked it. Thank you. Thank you for commenting on it. Yeah, so pictures, collage, I'll use that. I'll make animations to explore my feelings. Yeah, and you're right. Animation does take a long time. That is a slow process to process my feelings, but that's how it works. And then, I'm a singer-songwriter. I use writing, write like poems, like lyrics. Poems and lyrics, as if you don't know, that they're kind of similar. I will write poetry, I will write lyrics, and then I'll sing, I'll strum the guitar, and I'll make music on my computer, I'll bang away on the keyboard, pretending like I can play piano, which I cannot play piano, but anyway, I do. And because I need to process my feelings, because it gets stuck in there. And why do I need to process my feelings? Because I'm autistic. And that is a thing that has always been a challenge for me. So I'm going to keep doing these videos. I'm going to do the unedited ones like this one. I'm going to do the ones where I write music, create animations. I'm going to do those as well. At least I am for today. Or maybe I'm not going to. Now that I've said it aloud, is the ADHD part of my brain going to say, no, you're not going to make any more videos, Arlene. You're going to stop. I'm kind of afraid that might happen. It might happen. It might happen that I want to stop making videos. It might happen. Because it's discouraging. There is a part of me that gets discouraged. The same part. Oh, the same part. 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 Why do I insist on doing this publicly? Why do I insist on it? Because I'm processing out loud. And because I'm always trying to connect. And the luckiest thing that's happened to me here in this YouTube world is I've really met some nice people. I've really met some good people. I think I've met the first autistic people that identify as autistic and that I understand. I do think there are autistic people in my life, but I don't know if they know they're autistic. There's definitely ADHD people in my life, but I don't know if they know they're ADHD. Some of them do, that's true. I do know, actually. ADHD in my world is far more diagnosed than autism. Isn't that sad? Because autism is so freaking cool. Those poor people who don't know they're autistic yet. You'll be so lucky when you find out, right? I was lucky. I am grateful that I found out. Yeah, oh, well, I needed to find out. I thought I was losing my mind. All kinds of videos, more videos than viewers. But it doesn't matter. The most important thing is very selfish. Yeah, it's a really selfish thing, is that I need to process this stuff. I'm too old now. You take care of yourself. I'm going to take care of myself. Yeah. I'm too old to not ask for what I need. And what I need is community. I'll see you soon. Peace. Bye. Hey, I turned the camera back on because I just realized, yeah, that's what I did. I just did a therapist moment. You know, they used to call it, what do they call it? A doorknob comment. As you're leaving the therapist office, you say the huge thing that you're in therapy for, that you haven't been discussing the previous 12 weeks that you were there. Yeah, I need community. I use these videos to process my feelings and to understand what happened in the past, what's happening now, and what I need, what accommodations I need. I don't know if it's an accommodation to ask for community. That isn't. But that's what I figured out making that video. Isn't that something? Yeah. I don't want to cry. I'll see you soon.